aliens are already here on Earth. But why are they here? To travel across the galaxy, their technology must be light years ahead of our own. The same goes for their weapons. If extraterrestrials decide to target our planet, the result would be nothing short of Armageddon. Are aliens planning an all-out attack on planet Earth? And if they are, is there any way we can fight back?
There's an old saying in the military, train hard, fight easy. It is prudent, however unlikely you think a scenario is, to prepare for it, to plan for it, and to train for it.
Join us as we investigate the terrifying capabilities of alien weapons and reveal how humanity can fight back in the final battle for planet Earth on Unsealed Alien Files. A global effort has begun. Secret files hidden from the public for decades, detailing every UFO account, are now available to the public. We are about to uncover the truth behind these classified documents. Find out what the government doesn't want you to know. Unsealed Alien Files. Exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Baía do Sul, Brazil, October 18th, 1977. Claudomira Paisao is awakened by a strange green light shining through her window. She watches in terror as a creature like a man suddenly appears in her room, holding what she describes to be a device like a pistol. The creature fires at Paisao, inflicting searing pain. The beam renders her motionless, and needle-like instruments pierce her skin to collect a sample of her blood. It's just one of a series of attacks that hit northern Brazil from late 1977 to mid-1978, now known as the Colares Incident. 35 people are treated for radiation burns. 2 die within 24 hours of being injured. The attacks caused mass panic across the region. The Brazilian military allegedly launches a series of sorties, but their weapons are useless against the UFOs. Weeks later, the UFOs disappear. The Brazilian wave is a terrifying demonstration of alien domination. But it's not the first time we have appeared powerless against alien invaders. Unsealed Case File. The Battle of Los Angeles. Los Angeles, California, February 24th, 1942. Only 3 months after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, a UFO appears in the night sky over Los Angeles.
The military quickly went into action. They tried to figure out what the object was. They lit it up with their spotlights. They couldn't figure it out, and they ultimately started firing upon the object. After thousands of rounds being fired at it, they never were able to damage it.
But just as quickly as it appeared, the craft travels down the coast and vanishes into the night, leaving the city in a state of panic. According to reports, the Battle of Los Angeles leaves American officials scrambling for a way to combat this new threat.
This is the first time that our own defense force denied anything to do with a UFO. In other words, the first time that a cover-up started to go into place.
By the early 1950s, many experts consider the U.S. military to have evidence that aliens exist in the form of downed spacecraft and the retrieval of alien bodies. The post-war years would see the advent of the jet age, the development of the atomic bomb, and a quantum leap in humanity's ability to defend its skies. Many believe these advances came from re-engineering hand-me-down alien technology. But how would these new superweapons fare in an alien confrontation? Unsealed Case File. The Tehran Incident. Tehran, Iran, September 19th, 1976. Eyewitnesses report a strange light in the sky over the nation's capital. The Imperial Iranian Air Force sends a fighter jet to investigate. But as the jet reaches the strange diamond-shaped UFO, its instrument panel fails. When the jet dives away from the UFO, the instrument panel mysteriously turns back on. Moments later, a second fighter jet is scrambled to investigate.
As the F-4 Phantom crew was approaching the object, a second UFO actually appeared out of the first one, and it actually shot straight towards the incoming F-4 Phantom jet. Now, the pilot thought this was some kind of offensive maneuver. Maybe it was a missile of some kind, a weapon. So he actually goes to arm his AIM-4 missile and fire back. As he goes to arm his missile, he decides to fire, and the minute that he goes to press the button, everything shuts down.
If aliens invade, do we have any way to fight back?
For an object to strategically shut down certain controls of another aircraft, that's something we don't have. Sure, we can do an EMP pulse and destroy every electronic in a certain radius, but not strategically from one craft to another.
Coming up, we investigate the possible existence of a secret government program to produce a superweapon capable of turning back an alien attack. This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Many experts believe that hostile aliens may be planning a large-scale attack on planet Earth. And according to reports, their spacecraft may be impervious to conventional weapons. Can anything be done to counter such an attack? The answer may lie in a declassified U.S. government memo. Quantico, Virginia, April 2011. The FBI's website is slammed by traffic, viewing a 60-year-old memo addressed to former director J. Edgar Hoover. It was written by Guy Hotel, a former special agent in charge of the FBI's Washington field office. Written in 1950, he records an eyewitness account in 1947 that many believe changed the course of human history. The recovery of flying saucers crashed in the New Mexico deserts. In the memo, Hotel states they were described as being circular in shape, with raised centers, approximately 50 feet in diameter. Each one was occupied by 3 bodies of human shape, but only 3 feet tall, dressed in metallic cloth of a very fine texture. Unsealed case file, the Roswell incident.
July 8, 1947, the Army Air Force has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
The announcement is a bombshell. America has recovered an alien spacecraft. The story quickly becomes international news. But the military is caught off guard by the intense media scrutiny and scrambles to divert the world's attention.
Shortly after the military said that they had captured a flying saucer, they completely rebutted their own story and said that it was nothing more than a weather balloon.
The Roswell incident continues to compel UFO investigators today. But one question is often overlooked. What caused the reported crash in the first place? The answer may lie in the Hotel memo and hold the key to our survival. The Guy Hotel memo states, the saucers were found in New Mexico due to the fact that the government has a very high-powered radar set up in that area, and it is believed the radar interferes with the controlling mechanism of the saucers. Can it be possible? Could radar actually bring down a UFO?
Radar works by painting an object with a wave, then the wave bounces back, and that's how you know what the shape is, where it's going, how high it is.
Radar uses radio waves and electromagnetic fields to pinpoint an aircraft's position in the sky. It's standard technology today, but in the 1940s, radar was in its infancy. There were multiple reports of the microwaves and other electromagnetic fields from faulty towers, injuring operators and dangerously disrupting the flight controls of aircraft. Many experts now believe the Roswell crash may have been caused by a malfunctioning electromagnetic field from beyond the fence, top-secret Air Force radar. In the decades that followed, some are convinced that top-secret government research and development programs have been underway to produce electromagnetic pulse, or EMP weaponry, to combat an alien invasion. But even if we are capable of downing a UFO with high-tech weapons, there's no guarantee there won't be survivors ready to fight to the death. What new dangers might they pose? And do we have the means to fight back? Coming up, we investigate the terrifying possibility of mortal combat with creatures from another world. This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. Aliens may be preparing to invade planet Earth. According to some experts, we may have developed top-secret weapons to blast their warships from the sky. But if they manage to land troops, could planet Earth withstand an assault by an alien fighting force? Varginha, Brazil, January 20th, 1996. 3 women witness a small figure stumbling through the streets in the early morning hours. But on closer inspection, it doesn't look human. The women run away, terrified, but not before getting a good look at the creature. They describe it as 5 feet tall, with brown skin, a large head, and red eyes. 2 days later, a similar creature is discovered dead in the streets and is quickly retrieved by Brazilian security forces. Over the next 3 weeks, they allegedly capture 7 more of the otherworldly creatures.
A security officer allegedly came across one of these beings, and it was injured. So they took this being allegedly to a hospital, and it died there.
The incidents receive international coverage. Experts speculate that a UFO had crashed nearby, and the fugitive aliens were surviving members of the crew. But in 2013, Brazilian ufologist A.J. Gavard spoke about the incident at the Citizen Hearing on Disclosure in Washington, D.C., leading experts to speculate that perhaps the creatures are not what they seem.
An alien spacecraft crashed, and at least 2 creatures were captured and offered no resistance to its capture. But they died right after they were captured. They died, and nobody could explain how were their topology, how they function.
The Varginha incident raises many questions about our knowledge of alien beings and how they are vulnerable. Did they die from complications of a UFO crash? Or did they die from being unable to breathe our atmosphere? Are aliens as difficult to destroy as their UFOs? And do they have a weakness we can exploit in the event of a mass invasion of planet Earth? Unsealed case file. The Stringfield Files. Leonard Stringfield was one of the 20th century's foremost experts on extraterrestrial phenomena. In the late 1960s, Stringfield was selected to serve as the early warning coordinator for the Condon Committee, a comprehensive study of UFO activity in American skies organized by the United States Air Force. But behind the scenes, Stringfield was conducting his own exhaustive investigation. He compiled dozens of interviews and written accounts from physicians and forensic examiners, producing the most comprehensive study of alien physiology ever produced. One file in particular stands out: UFO Crash Retrieval Syndrome, Status Report 2. In it, Stringfield reports the findings of an anonymous surgeon who claimed to have conducted an autopsy on an extraterrestrial in the early 1950s. His account provides one of the most detailed descriptions of an alien being on record. He recalls the specimen measuring just over 4 feet in height, with an oversized head. Its face is humanoid, but lacks eyelids and earlobes, and its mouth is little more than a slit. Further examination reveals the creature has no sex organs. The most shocking surprise comes when the doctor examines the alien's brain.
The most important thing was the huge brain, a 4-lobed brain that could communicate directly with the craft that it was navigating.
But its unique 4-lobe structure and absence of key human-like physiological attributes lead some experts to consider extraterrestrials may lack the most fundamental of all human traits: empathy. How do you fight an army of creatures that may have no fear of death? Does humanity stand any chance in the event of an alien invasion? Coming up, we reveal the shocking story of a battle between humans and aliens that may hold the key to the survival of the human race. This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth. What if aliens invaded planet Earth? Could we defend ourselves against beings possessing advanced technology in a final, terrifying battle?
There should be a contingency plan for alien contact and for alien invasion.
Top secret reports indicate that alien spaceships may be vulnerable to electromagnetic pulses. But once downed, how could we fight them on the ground? According to one remarkable account, humanity may yet have a chance when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. August 1979. Phil Schneider is an Army engineer working with a unit assigned to construct a series of tunnels to the southwest of the Archuleta Mesa in New Mexico.
I was lowered down the basket of one of these holes.
At the bottom, he is shocked to see a 7-foot alien, and beyond it, many more conducting operations in an underground base. A firefight erupts. When the dust settles, the cavern is littered with alien and human dead.
All I remember is that he just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish and burnt my fingers right off of me. And it was some form of electrical force, because the kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt burned all my toenails off of me. Completely crispy crittered my left foot.
Schneider is one of the lucky ones and survives the firefight. But in one of the most compelling revelations of a close encounter, he reveals a possible alien Achilles heel.
Yes, they're mortal and they do die.
Could this be the secret that allows the world's military to successfully defend the Earth against an alien invasion? Less than a year after he goes public with his story, Phil Schneider is found dead in his apartment. Officially, his death is ruled a suicide, but many believe he was murdered for being the man who knew too much. Why does the government allegedly not want the public to know about alien vulnerabilities? Phil Schneider leaves the world with an ominous warning.
There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious. It's been going on since that time. Since late August of 1979, our military, the Russian military, basically the militaries of the world, have been in constant conflict with the outer space alien.
What if the final battle for Earth has already secretly started, and the world doesn't even know it has begun? This is Unsealed, Alien Files, exposing the biggest secret on planet Earth.